This time, 少し乱暴しようか。
Enchanted Talisman is a core piece of equipment for Xavier. Its passive, Magic Mastery, synergizes well with Xavier's playstyle of spamming low cooldown skills. In the early game, Enchanted Talisman provides some much-needed mana regen. Add fleeting time in the late game for even more cooldown reduction, including on his ultimate after a kill or assist, so he can enter Transcendence more often. At level 1, prioritize upgrading his first skill, with his second skill as backup. Xavier's first skill is quick and deals good damage, making it ideal for poking enemies and building his passive, while his second skill provides some much-needed CC to his kit. In the laning phase, start with his first skill to build up his passive. Make sure to cast more skills while in Transcendence to keep it going. There's a huge difference in the damage potential while in Transcendence. In teamfights, start off with his ultimate to immediately enter Transcendence. Use his second skill to slow enemies and combo with his first skill to immobilize them within the barrier. Continue spamming skills to extend Transcendence's duration and cooldown reduction. Use Xavier's second skill to slow enemies first, making them easier targets for his first skill. You can also cast his second skill immediately after his first skill, which will form a barrier at the edge of skill range. He works well alongside heroes that can buff or provide CC to give him more opportunities to deal damage, such as Carmilla and Atlas. In the laning phase, Xavier possesses great poke with his first skill and can utilize the slow from his second skill to make targets easier to hit. This combination allows him to quickly reach Transcendence. When the opportunity arises, use his ultimate to finish off an enemy, and while in Transcendent state, continue the barrage of skills and get more kills. Cast Xavier's ultimate to enter or refresh Transcendence. Then try to hit as many enemies as possible with his second skill, and follow up with his first skill to create a forbidden field to immobilize enemies. Continue casting his first skill to extend Transcendence's duration while going for kills.
Legendary double kill.
First skill, Infinite Extension. With his first skill, Xavier shoots a Mystic Bolt, dealing damage to enemies in its path. Its range will increase with each enemy or Mystic Barrier hit. Second skill, Mystic Barrier. Xavier's second skill summons a Mystic Barrier that damages and slows enemies passing through while speeding up allies. When his other skills hit a Mystic Barrier, a Forbidden Field will be activated that immobilizes enemies within and damages them. Ultimate, Dawning Light. Xavier's ultimate fires a massive beam across the map, damaging all enemies in its path. Once cast, Xavier will enter the Transcendent state, or refresh its duration if he's already in it. Passive skill, Transcendence. Each time Xavier hits an enemy hero with his skills, his passive will upgrade to the next stage, enhancing his subsequent skills. At stage 1, Xavier gains movement speed after landing a skill. At stage 2, the width of his skills will be greatly increased. At stage 3, Xavier enters the Transcendent state and gains cooldown reduction on his skills. While in Transcendence, all skills are enhanced to stage 3, and the duration will be extended each time he hits an enemy with a skill. We recommend Sprint to provide more mobility in addition to his passive, allowing Xavier to move around in teamfights with more ease. We also recommend Flicker to slip away from certain death in dire situations. After reaching level 4, you can help your teammates across the map with your ultimate. After level 8, and with a few pieces of cooldown reduction equipment, Xavier will hit his peak. Use the unlimited range of his ultimate to help allies or finish off enemies anywhere on the map. Tainted Rage and Fleeting Time can provide him with great teamfight sustainability, allowing him to continue unleashing his skills for even more damage and CC.